Maybe you're outnumbered. You're in the home, you have little children, you have maybe someone who's sick or incapacitated, they have a disability, and you're outnumbered and you got to go. All right, what's that plan? What's that look like? Can you do it? If you're on the second floor, even if there was a fire in the home, you should have some kind of a ladder to throw out the window so you can get out. What if you've run all the way up to your attic? Now you're cornered. Do you have an axe and a crowbar up there so that you can chop through the roof to at least get up one more level? And what's out there waiting for you? Do you have a rope tied up to the chimney with knots in it to throw down so you can safely climb down? And are kids going to climb down that? Are they going to be scared? If someone's injured with a broken leg or something, how are you getting them down a ladder or a rope? So you need to think about, what is my escape plan? What does it look like? And what other additional items do I need to get out? I mean, if you're in an apartment, you might have a fire escape. That's great. But a lot of two-story homes, it's a long ways down. If there's no mid-roof to jump onto, or, maybe there's a car down below that you can jump onto the hood of the roof. But once you start doing things like that, now you're talking about possible mechanical injury. Now you're not running anywhere. So be smart about it. Even if it takes throwing a mattress out the window, and it's not a very far jump, but lessen the blow a little bit. Think about these things. Another reason for ditching could be a natural disaster. You could find yourself in a flood, for instance, like they did in Katrina. You know how many people died in their attics because they didn't properly prepare for this situation? And they would get up there and the floodwaters came up and they drowned. Countless numbers. And a simple thing is having an axe, a crowbar, a hammer, even maybe a chainsaw, a little one sitting up there, so you can cut through the ceiling and make an escape hole to get everyone out. And then once you get on the roof, maybe you have one of these self-inflating rafts waiting for you so you can get people at least on some kind of a floating device to give yourself a chance. It's about giving yourself a chance. So this goes back to your situational awareness again. Are you familiar with your region? What are the natural threats that could be out there by the weather and terrain? Do you have mudslides? Is there regular hurricanes or floods happening? Tornadoes, whatever it might be. You have to have a plan for these things. And that's all part of your home defense. Home defense isn't just about protecting you and your goods and your things. It's about, preparing for the worst scenario in any situation. That's what bugging in is. If you're staying here, be familiar with all of it. Keep you and your loved ones and your things safe as you can. So once you ditch out of the house, now what? Where do you go? You need to rehearse this. It's got to be a well-known plan for everyone. Even if everyone has a little strip map, what if you're in different rooms and you're defending, and then you have little walkie-talkies to the other room, and you say, all right, get out. We got to get out. We got to bail. There's just too many bad guys in the house, and then you bail. All right, you got walkie-talkie systems possibly. You thought about that. So you could still talk, but where are you going? You could get cut off. So always have a primary rendezvous point. And I recommend at least 500 yards. That's 5 football fields away from your home in a known location, something that's known to everyone. You might even mark it with some tape, or it may be a known, maybe you have a swing, like one of those tire swings, and that tree, that's something everybody, they know where it's at, and it's got maybe some good cover to hide in. Maybe you have an alternate spot over by the creek, and there's a big rock there, and everybody knows it. But you have as many as you think you need. But the point is, you have a rendezvous point for everyone to rally on and account for everyone. And you don't leave until you know you have everyone. So if you go to the primary rendezvous point, little Johnny, who's 4 years old with his teddy bears waiting over by the rock at the alternate position, start making your way over there and see if Johnny's over there. But the point is, you got to account for everybody. And then once everybody's at the rendezvous point, now what? Make a plan. Maybe it's time that at your rendezvous point, maybe you have some go bags, cached, waiting for you, and you're going to head out on foot. Maybe you go to Dr. Bob's house, and that's where you're going to hold up and take your next action. But there has to be a plan that everyone knows, and you rehearse it, so even little Johnny with his teddy bear knows what that is. This all ties back into pace. And you've gone through your primary, your alternate, your contingency plan. Now you're on your emergency, which is the ditch. And it goes back to planning it, rehearsing it, and now execute. When it's time to go, you better go.